Alright, good day everyone. So today we're going to deal with the section 3s for the 2025 Benco, starting with test 1. So the first question states, one book cost $8 more than a pen. Calculate the cost of one book. Alright, so the setting of one book costs $8 more than a pen. And we know that they wanted to calculate the cost of one book. Based on the information given here, we can see that one book, one pen, and one bag costs $88. One book, one pen, and two bags cost $138. So what we could calculate first from this here, we realize in the second option here we have one extra bag. So we could calculate now firstly the cost of one bag. Now to calculate the cost of one bag, it will be the $138 take away the $88. That will give us $50. So we know the cost of one bag is $50. Now we could calculate the cost of one book and one pen. So cost of one book and one pen, that will be, now we know that one bag, one pen, one book is $88. So now we know the cost here for this bag is $50. So we can calculate the cost for these two items. To calculate the cost for the book and the pen, it will be the $88 take away the cost of the bag, which is $50, and that will leave us with $38. So we know the cost for a book and a pen is $38. Now we can use unequal sharing because they said that one book costs $8 more. So we could use unequal sharing to calculate the cost of the book. So one book will be the $38 take away the $8 extra that it costs. So you take away the extra amount. That will leave us with $30. And from this $30 now, we divide it by 2 because it's two items we're dealing with, the book and the pen. So that will be $15. So you know now the book costs the $15 plus the $8 extra that we had put aside. And that now will give us $23. So the cost for the book is $23, one book. Moving on now to number 38. Andrew worked from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Monday. He is paid $50 per hour for the first 8 hours. Every hour after the first 8 hours is considered overtime, and he is paid at a rate of time and a half. Calculate the total amount of money he earned on Monday. So let's underline the information they give us here. So they told you now the hours he worked from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Monday. He is paid $50 per hour for the first 8 hours, which is known as regular time. So that is the regular time rate. They said for every hour after the first 8 hours, he is paid at a rate of time and 1/2. This is where we calculate the overtime rate. Overtime rate. So I wanted to calculate now, based on this, the total amount of money he earned on Monday. So before we could do anything here, we need to find out the hours he worked. So hours worked will be from the 8 a.m. to the 10 p.m., which is equal to 14 hours. So you worked a total of 14 hours. But we know that the first 8 hours is regular time. So what we can do now is to calculate the hours he worked overtime. And to calculate the hours he worked overtime, you're taking the total hours he worked, which is 14 hours, and take away the first 8 hours. And that will leave us with 6 hours overtime. So good. So we know he worked 6 hours overtime, 8 hours regular time. So now we can calculate the amount of money he earned regular time. We know that he worked for 8 hours regular time, multiply by the hourly rate regular time, which is $50, and 8 by 5 is 40, add the 0 is $400 he earns in regular time. We know the hours he worked in regular overtime, but we don't know the amount of money he earned for regular overtime. So what we need to calculate next is the overtime rate, meaning the amount of money he earns in 1 hour overtime. So good. So they said it is time and a half, so which is basically saying 1 and 1/2 multiply by whatever the regular time rate is, which was $50 here, over 1. To multiply mixed numbers by a whole number, you change the mixed number to improper fraction. 1 multiplied by 2 is 2, add 1 is 3 over 2, multiply by 50 over 1. 2 could go into 2 one time, 2 could go into 50 25 times. 25 by 3 is 75. So he earns $75 per hour overtime. Now that we know the hours he worked overtime, which was 6 hours, and we know the overtime rate, which is $75 per hour, now we can calculate the amount of money overtime. And that will be now the overtime hours, which is 6 hours, multiplied by the overtime rate, which is $75. And 6 multiplied by 75, and that will give us $450. So he made $450 in overtime, and he made $400 regular time. I wanted to calculate the total amount of money he earned. To calculate the total, it would be the amount he earned in regular time, which is $400, add the amount he earned overtime, which is $450. That will give us $850. Number 39. Number 39 states, the shape shown is made up of a square A and a rectangle B. The area of the square is 144 centimeters squared. Calculate the perimeter of the entire shape. So we know now A is a square. Based on my picture that I took here, it's not looking like a square, but in the actual paper it's a square. Alright. So we know A is a square, and the entire area is 144 centimeters squared. Alright. So looking at this diagram here now, we have some missing sides. And we know now they said calculate the perimeter of the entire shape. So that's everything around here. This side, this side, this side, this, alright? Distance around the shape. Alright, perimeter. So we have some unknown sides that we need to solve for first. So good. So to solve for the unknown sides now, what we need to do, we know that if this A is a square, one side will be equal to the square root of the area, meaning what number multiplied by itself will give you the 144 centimeters squared. And we know based on our timetable it is 12 centimeters. So we know here's 12 centimeters, here's 12 centimeters, here is also 12 centimeters, and this little piece here is 12 centimeters. So good. So we have two unknown sides now, this side and this side. I will name here X, I'll name here Y. Alright, so looking at this diagram now, we know that B is a rectangle, and to solve for X, which is a horizontal line, we only look at the horizontal values. So to solve for length X, we know which is a horizontal line, we only look at the horizontal values, which basically means we look at this here and this here. Alright, because we know from here to here is 12, and from here to here is 27. So to calculate what X would be, it would be the 27 centimeters, take away the 12 centimeters, which will give us 15 centimeters. So we know the value of X here is 15 centimeters. Now, based on the diagram, we know that Y is the width of the rectangle, and we know this width is 10 centimeters. So therefore from here to here would also be 10 centimeters because it is also the width. So we know that Y is equal to 10 centimeters. Now let's calculate the perimeter of the entire shape. Perimeter is the distance around. So we need to add 12, add 12, add 15, add 10, add 27, add 10, add 12. We do not add this in the middle here because this is not the perimeter, this is not the distance around. So we add 12, add 12, add 15, add 10, add 27, add 10, add 12. That will give us an answer of 98 centimeters. So you know the distance around the perimeter around the entire shape is 98 centimeters. Number 40 states, the incomplete pictograph represents the number of bananas sold by James. He sold each banana for $2.50. They said James sold 1/5 of the total bananas on Friday. Alright, a total of 16 bananas were sold from Monday to Tuesday. How much money did he earn on Friday? So good. We know now that they said he sold 1/5 of the total bananas on Friday. But based on the information, we do not know how much Friday is. But if Friday represents 1/5 of the total, then that means from Monday to Thursday should represent the difference in fraction. So let's calculate now. Fraction for Monday to Thursday. And that fraction would be from the whole is represented by 1, you take away the fraction 1/5, and you'll end up with 4/5. So you know now the fraction that represents Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the total for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is 4/5. Based on the information that they gave us, they said that a total of 16 bananas were sold from Monday to Thursday. So now we know the quantity, which is 16, and a fraction that it is equal to, which is 4/5. So now that we know the quantity and the fraction it is equal to, we can calculate the total. So to calculate the total bananas over the 5 days, it would be the quantity given, which is 16, multiplied by the invert of the fraction, which is 5/4. We could simplify it. 4 into 4, 1. 4 into 16 is 4. 5 4 is 20. So we know a total of 20 bananas was sold from Monday to Friday. So when you add up Monday's sale, Tuesday's sale, Wednesday's sale, Thursday's sale, Friday's sales, when you add up all 5 days' sales, we're supposed to get 20 bananas. So the question asks now, how much money did he earn on Friday? So what we need to calculate now is the amount or the number of bananas that were sold on Friday. So if we know now from Monday to Friday is 20 bananas, and we know that Monday to Thursday is 16 bananas, the difference here would give you for Friday. So Friday will equal to the total, which is 20, take away the sum of the 4 days that we know, which is 16, and that means he sold 4 bananas on Friday. Question asks now, how much money did he earn on Friday? From the question, we know that he sold each banana for $2.50. So Friday, he earned the 4 bananas multiplied by the cost of 1 banana, which is $2.50, which is equal to $10. So he earned $10 on sales of bananas on Friday. Alright, and that's the last question for section 3. Alright. Also, if you all are having problems to remember any formula for math, you all could check out this new book. Alright, available in bookstores nationwide. Maths formula book. Alright, made simple. It's for standard 3, 4s, and 5s. Alright, very helpful. While doing your practice tests, you all could refer to this book to remember any basic formula on, let's say, percentage, loss, simple interest, or volume, or to calculate area, perimeter. It's all here with examples available. Alright, so you all could check it out.